Hello, welcome to module BE1174, Construction Project Organizations. My name is Robert Müller. I'm the module tutor and a senior lecturer in project management at Northumbria University. You will be able to join me on this module, a 7 credits, level 7 module with 20 credits attached, for a semester-long journey of 12 lectures and 12 seminars to study this fabulous topic. The module aims to study the place and value of people in construction-related organizations, especially focusing on the dynamics of project-based workplace situations. We start off by stakeholder management, but here more taking the spin of appreciating the people in construction and kind of looking at the wider environment, clients, front end as well, government frameworks and so forth, to arrive at a national, then global, and sometimes as well local understanding. So emerging pattern in localities is quite interesting. Then carry on with organizational structures and roles that we hold as a project manager, for example, or that team members have, and we refine that a little bit along the lines technical, social, and cultural competences as well. And then look at general governance of project management arrangement, but this is kind of not the fashionable term. I have kind of revisited the topic, of course, so we will discuss this under leading the modern construction organization. And then dive into human resource development, and here we kind of unfold it as well a little bit more with HR management and development as well, but we look as well at knowledge management and skills in global environments, and have a little bit a discussion around particular case scenarios that create or that kind of confront us with different implications for us as project managers. Then we have as well a look at learning and development, project team dynamics, and here this is a little bit more unfolded, particular in the social dynamics. We look at power and social influence. This is mostly aiming at awareness, and then as well kind of routes and strategies to social conflict, of course, and interorganizational dynamics. So this is if you're subcontracting or if you're in organizational arrangements that mean that your team is made up of different companies that may have other interests. So you get the idea. But we don't stop at that point. We dive as well into the geographically dispersed teams. So another term for this is virtual project teams, and of course the notion that comes in if people just join us very temporarily on a project notion. So they may just turn up for a day to do a particular task. Or what are the dynamics that come with it? So we have as well wonderful case scenarios that we can discuss around that. Now then, we have as well professionalism and ethics left, and that I stretch quite a bit out into culture, and we look here as well at cultural dynamics like health and safety culture, maybe in the UK, but as well at the wider construction industry, and look as well at the international project scenarios. And that kind of sets a remit of a wider cultural facets. And here we come as well back a little bit to knowledge management. What do we mean actually when we talk about the tree, and the realization that we have, based on our upbringing and what we associate with the tree, very different explicit imagination when we talk about a tree. And that will be a spinning step, if you want, for extrapolating in an environment where we can kind of deductively work through cultural theorems and create awareness and be better managers in that environment. You will participate as well with me in this module, of course, on a coursework. You will be writing your own journal And this is, you as a student will write your own journal article and illustrate that you can research sufficiently a topic of interest. I encourage you to relate either to topics of your interest within the module descriptor, of course, or alternatively to research a topic that you are challenged with at the moment in your workplace. And I have kind of set up a student handbook where we gradually work in the seminars with discussions towards a full set of being able to write this. So the idea is really to develop and assess your skills in research academic writing, and to develop and assess your knowledge of historical and current issues with regard to organization of project-based undertakings. In this way, it is seen also as one of your stepping stones towards a full understanding of project management, and also your ability as a researcher being able to operate at level 7, and also to contribute to your lifelong learning capability and become as well an active contributor in the field of project management. At MSc level, you should feel confident when you find maybe as well new ways of doing things to share it with a community of practice and the researchers, maybe in a journal article. Yeah. So what the article is actually peer-reviewed, so peer-reviewed from your fellow students. So we will actually work in teams on the article and find a constructive way as well of giving each other feedback. This is particularly important because as a project manager you're often as well in the role where you have to give feedback to your team, or you are being assessed yourself, and I use it kind of as an engine to come to terms with what are the stepping stones to actually arrive at a constructive approach, but as well with a right cultural awareness. Yeah, so there are a lot of fine-tuning opportunities, and we look at those. Well, this will as well kind of allow you to kind of develop your own writing skills. I have as well, of course, the reading list, but we will make more sense of this when we dive into that. I kind of outlined already the aims of the module, so I won't repeat that. The learning outcome is really for you to critically be able to praise and implement appropriate stakeholder management strategies within organizational and construction project management settings, to derive and establish effective organizational structures and roles, as indicated, evaluate alternative approaches to governance, to project management principles in the workplace situations, here particularly thinking at local context, national context, and international context, yeah, which brings itself new dynamics to it. And then select and implement continuous learning and development practices, interpret and demonstrate, of course, appropriate professional and ethical policies and conduct, and last but not least, evaluate the nature and applicability of project team theories to workplace situations, so the general awareness. I had as well a further outline to maybe give you an idea of the working hours. With traded credits, we kind of come to 24 hours of lectures, which we deliver in over 12 taught days. Yeah, so it will be taught the lectures in 2-hour blocks over 12 weeks. In the spring semester we have the Easter break, so be aware this normally entails like a full run of 16 weeks, yeah, with a break in between. Then we back that up with discussions and peer evaluation, so I have workshops, discussion forums, even debates, and small presentations where we gradually build up our understanding and as well, of course, reflect on your practice. So as I hope you are being able to learn from me, I'm as well learning from you, of course, from your insights into practice or topics that you have investigated in depth that fascinated you, that you want to share with us. So for that we use seminars as well, 2 hour blocks, and there we have as well the possibility to work through the earlier mentioned student handbook, so to develop like kind of your own portfolio of the lessons learned from what you're taking away. So this is kind of the directed learning, if you want. With this, as I have indicated, there's as well the potential for further investigation, further research, so that the modules at MSc level, at level 7, really build as well on independent learning. I encourage for that teamwork, so to find maybe classmates, or if you study in a DL mode, find peers that you kind of arrange yourself with to work actually together and share ideas. That this is the most powerful form, and for that I would recommend to allocate another 64 hours. And then, of course, the writing of the article itself, I have estimated that with another 40 hours. So as a thumb rule, I would allocate for the whole module approximately 200 hours. Yeah. Yeah, is there anything else to add? If you have questions, you can of course as well contact me directly at robert.müller. You saw the name earlier, so it's basically my first name and family name combined with a dot at northumbria.ac.uk, and I can clarify any further questions. I look forward to having you on the degree and working with you, and for future support, of course, as well. Thank you very much. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.